a sinner, left my lover crying on the dance floor. I'm a sinner, I'm a sinner.
Hey guys, welcome back to Love at First Sight. Wait a moment, if you would, Mamaru Khan. I'd like to talk to you. To me? Well, now I can't leave. What could she possibly want to talk to me about, though? Yes, to you. What for? Yesterday, Sachi came home looking like she had been crying her eye out. I'd like to know why, and I think you might be able to tell me. Crying? Sachi didn't tell you. Well, I hear quite a bit from her, you know. There's one thing I'd like to hear from you, though. Are you teasing her with all this? Having fun at her expense? What? No, I would never do... Really? Yes, I swear. I see. Well, if that's the truth, I'm glad to hear it, but I wonder, do you think you can take care of her? Well, yes, I do. What do you mean by that? I assume you know that Sachi and I do not have the best relationship. I think it might be irresponsible of me to ask this of you, but I'd like you to be someone she can rely on. Does that mean you're not willing to let her rely on you? No, I wasn't implying that. It's just that I don't think she's willing to do so any longer. Sachi is... You're saying that she doesn't want to be around you? That she doesn't trust you? Yes, that is more or less what she said. It's understandable, however. Has Sachi told you about her mother, my sister? Yes, a bit. The two of us were inseparable as children. When she was on her deathbed, she begged me to take care of Sachi after she was gone, and so I adopted her child. Sachi said something like that as well. At the time, my line of thinking was that Sachi was the reason that my sister's husband had disappeared and that she had worked herself to death. None of that is Sachi's fault. In the back of my mind, I knew the girl was innocent, but I had just lost my beloved sister, and I had no one to blame but her, so I convinced myself that she was responsible. I never told her that I blamed her, but I'm sure she knew it, nonetheless, and she soon began to keep her head down, even in the house. After that, there was no conversations between us beyond the bare minimum. I behaved like a child. I tried to involve her in my life as little as possible, and she did the same to me. She had just lost her mother, but I was too caught up in my own grief, too selfish, to spare one kind word for her. Thinking back, it is truly shameful the way I behaved. But once she got into high school, she started coming home with numerous cuts and bruises. It was then that I realized I had neglected my beloved sister's final wish. I knew then that I had let her down. Go to therapy, you two. But if you realized that, why didn't you try to help her? I did try. I wanted to know what was happening to her, of course. But she only told me that she had fallen, that nothing had happened to her, and now it's too late for me to help her. No, it's not. But she changed, after she met you? Oh, but she changed, after she met you? Me? Yes, at first I was cautious of you, thinking that you might be one of the responsible for her injuries. I'm sorry that I was not more amiable than last time we met. Oh yeah, no problem. I guess that's why she was overbearing back then. She does seem less uptight compared to last time. Her stare was so icy then, totally different from the way she is now. Although I suppose she was ready to accuse me of hurting Sachi from the moment she met me. Ever since the day I first saw you in front of our house, that girl has been smiling more than ever before. She goes back to staring at the ground as soon as she notices me, of course. But still, when I gave her money on the day you two went out, she was the happiest I'd ever seen her. She even thanked me several times. I'd never seen her like that before, and it actually startled me. But her face at the time, delighted as she was nothing less than adorable. That was the first time she ever asked something of me as well. It made me quite happy, and all that is thanks to you. So, you don't hate Sachi then, I take it? I do not. I thought I did for a long time, however, and I'm paying for it now. If you're admitting all this to me now, why not tell that to Sachi? I'm not sure she'd be willing to listen even if I tried. I'm the source of many bitter memories for her, I think she'd listen. She is grateful to you for taking care of her. She just doesn't want to cause you any trouble. She told me that herself. But I don't know how I could possibly connect with her after everything I've done. Mayumi looks away from me, suddenly looking very troubled. She seems fixed on something, and I follow her line of sight to the street corner to see Sachi walking toward us, her head down once again. Looks like it's time to wrap this up. Mamaru Khan, please keep everything I've told you a secret from Sachi. Sachi feels guilty about being a burden on Mayumi, and Mayumi feels guilty about how she treated Sachi. But both of these issues have all but resolved themselves, haven't they? Somehow, even though Sachi has changed, Mayumi's attitude toward her has not. Or at least Mayumi hasn't let Sachi catch on that it has. And I think Mayumi wants to keep it that way for some reason. Now that I think about it, she must have sent Sachi shopping so she could talk to me alone. She made a list of things she didn't really need just so she could send Sachi away to buy them. Was she just waiting by the door for us to get here? If that's the case, she must have been planning to talk to me from the start. Mayumi-san, I think Sachi will tell you herself, but I was planning to take her out with some of my friends this weekend. Oh my, are you? I shouldn't have anything to worry about if they're your friends, right? Of course I'll let her go. Thank you. When I talked about it with her, she said she wished she had nicer clothing. She never asked you, of course, but I see. Mayumi-san, I got what you wanted, but Mamadou-senpai, you're still here? Sachi's hand the bag of things she bought to Mayumi. I was just having a little chat with your friend. That's all, Sachi. I've got some more shopping to do. Did I get everything you needed? Oh yes, thank you. There seems to be several items in the plastic bag. It looks like Mayumi had her buy a bag of candy, a few pens, and that sort of thing. Kind of a strange shopping list. She could have at least tried to make it a little more sensible. I need you to come along, so go change out of your uniform. Okay, where are we going? To buy you some clothes. I've got some other things to take care of as well. Now if you'll excuse me, Mamadou. Now if you excuse us, Mamaru-Khan. Right. Clothes for me? Why? See you tomorrow, Mamoru-senpai? Yeah, see ya. The two of them hurried back into their house, leaving me alone. Time to go home. Maybe she's not quite as clever as I thought. Whatever, we cleared up the misunderstanding between us, and she doesn't seem like a bad person, so it'll be fine, probably. Up to one's eye. Saturday morning, and I ring Sachi's doorbell. Before long, I hear the soft footsteps before the door swings open. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, she's pretty. Good morning, Mamoru-senpai. Good morning, Sachi. Are those new clothes new? Yes. What do you think? You look good. They're really cute on you. That's not just me being nice. They really do make her look cute. I've never seen her dressed this way until now. It's a fresh look, to say the least. Along with her new clothes, she's wearing a bright smile that I'm sure the crying girl on the stairs never would have worn. The whole ensemble seems to make her sparkle. Thank you. She looks a little embarrassed when she first appeared in the doorway, but after she heard what I thought of her, her face lit right up. Good morning, Mamaru Khan. I'm so mesmerized by Sachi that I didn't notice Mayumi step out of the house behind her, and her voice snaps me out of my daze with a jolt. Good morning. Take care of Sachi. Sachi, don't cause any trouble for Mamaru Khan. Right. Mayumi's gaze is icy as ever, her tone no friendlier than usual, and Sachi responds in the same panicked tone she always has when she talks to her aunt. Have a good time, you two. Thank you. How have things been with your aunt lately? Lately? Well, she doesn't act any different in the house. I guess I shouldn't have expected her to change her long habits overnight. But she did buy me these clothes. I thought she might want me just to get anything so we could go home, but she actually helped me pick these out. That's great. Or maybe she's just the type to express herself through her actions more than through her attitude. I was a little worried, but I should have had more faith in her, it seems. I knew you must have said something to her yesterday. You did, right? No, we were just standing around talking. That's a lie, of course, but Mayumi more or less begged me not to tell Sachi. They need to settle their differences on their own anyway. All I can do is watch. Oh, you were? But Aunt Mayumi didn't even tell me why she suddenly wanted to buy me new clothes. Did you ask her? Yeah, kind of. Ask her directly when you get a chance, and not just for this. You should be straightforward with her whenever you need something. If you ask her directly, I'm sure she'll answer you directly. Probably. I guess so. I'm sure she doesn't hate you. If she did, I doubt she would have bought you these clothes. Yeah, you're right. I'll have to thank her again for that. By the way, are you sure you're fine without a hood? Yeah, as long as I'm with you, I don't care who sees me. You really think these clothes suit me? Yeah, totally. You're really cute. I think the old me would have been embarrassed to say something like that out loud, but that's how I really feel, and if it makes Sachi smile, I'll say it over and over again. As long as you think so, I don't care what anyone else thinks. Pretty soon after, we arrive at the place where we're supposed to meet up with Akemi and Tomo, though it seems they beat us here. Hey, you guys are late. Sorry. Actually, we're about 10 minutes early. But we've been waiting here for so long. Akemi being early isn't a bad thing, but don't get mad at them for being on time, seriously. Whose side are you on? We're here to meet them, so maybe they should get here a little earlier? Yeah, right. Early? You mean like an hour early? That's how early we are? Unfortunately, yes. But I wanted to meet Sachan so bad that I've been seeing her in my dreams. You can't blame me for the fucking creepy girl. And like I said, if you pressure the people around you into doing things, you're going to be left alone. Hey, Sachan, your outfit's really cute. Don't ignore me. Whatever. Shall we get going then? Yeah, does anyone object to walking? Nope. It's only like a 20-minute walk from here or something. Kind of a short distance to be taking the train for. Right, let's go. There's not enough room on the sidewalk for us all to walk side by side, so Akemi and Tomo walk in front while Sachi and I follow behind. Oh, I forgot Mamoru-senpai? Sachi looks up at me. Yeah? Can we hold hands? Yeah, sure. I hesitate because both Tomo and Akemi are here, but I guess that was more out of habit than anything. It's too late to hide my relationship with Sachi at this point. It's not like I can refuse her when she's staring at me with that big, beautiful, shining eye anyway. Sachi happily wraps her arm around mine. I don't think I've seen her fawn over me this much before. Well, then again, she's been pretty open with her affection lately. By the way, the place we're going to is... Aw, you guys look so cute! Akemi, looking back at us, seems almost upset as she says this. Sachi recoils from her outburst, suddenly embarrassed, and lowers her gaze, but she doesn't let go of my arm. Akemi's actually making me uncomfortable as well, but if Sachi's not letting go, I'm not gonna force her to. Tomo, I want to do that too. Hey, cut it out. It's hard to walk like this. Akemi, spirited as always, seizes Tomo's arm as he turns his head to glare at me. Hey, don't look at me. I didn't do anything. Get off. Aren't double dates just fantastic? It's a single date plus 2. That's cold, Tomo. Fine. Just don't hang on me. Like I said, it's hard to walk like that. They look like they're having fun. Sachi-chan, the only one having fun is Akemi, but you can take her off my hands if you want. But, I can't let go of Mamoru-senpai. You say that, but I think Tomo is the only one who actually strapped. Oh, shut up. You two aren't the ones in pain here. In pain? You've got a beautiful Kemi-chan wrapped around your arm. You should be more enthusiastic. Man, there's no point in arguing with you. Despite his protest, I can tell he's not entirely against Akemi's latching onto him like that. In fact, she seems to have him in the palm of her hand. Aww. Okay. Oh, hey. This is the place, right? We're finally here. The large plaza is dotted with various stalls, and there are a few people here and there doing kind of performances, one performance or another. There are more people here than I thought there would be, and I can hear instruments being played somewhere beyond the crowd. There must be a concert around here somewhere. I didn't realize how big this event was going to be. Akemi, what's this all for? I hope she has more of a plan than just wandering around aimlessly. We need to use our time more wisely than that. I only looked up where it was being held. I don't know any more than you do. Jeez, Akemi, you didn't even find out why this is all here in the first place? It says something about a cult. Oh shit. We can find out while we're here, can't we? Looks to me like it's just one big traditional style festival. It seems like it'll be a lot of fun. Akemi has already let go of Tomo's arm, but Sachi doesn't look like she wants to detach herself from mine. Well, why don't we walk around and see what's here? Yeah! Don't yell so loud. You're no fun. After a while, something stops Akemi in her tracks. Look, they're selling crepes. Wow, they are. I want one. Sachan, do you want one too? You like sweet things, right? Crepes, Sachan, crepes. I've never had one before, but I do like sweet things. Yeah, see? Sachan wants one too. Akemi turns toward Tomo with a hungry smile. Go get your crepes. There's pretty big line. Go stand in line. Stand in line for us? No. What? You didn't even think about it. Why do I have to be the one to do it? I'm not the one who wants one. Don't worry. Here's some cash. Buy something I like, okay? You don't have to force me. You can't force me to. You know what I like, right? Somehow, yes, I do. Maybe I should buy you something you won't like. Aw, don't be that way. Sachan, what do you want? I'll pay for you. Oh, no, it's okay. I can pay for myself. It's fine, Sachan. It's fine. This is like your welcoming party after all. But... Go for it. Why not? Well, thank you for your generosity. So what do you want? Take a look at the menu here. Whatever's cheapest, please. It all looks good. The cheapest? Boring. I told you I don't mind, Sachan. Tomo-kun, get something nice for her, okay? Roger that. So get the cheapest thing for Akemi and use the rest to get the most extravagant thing I can afford for Sachi-chan. Hey, wait a minute. It's still my money. Mamaru, you want anything? Nah, I'm good, thanks. You guys go get drinks while I'm doing this. I'm gonna be thirsty by the time I get all this, and I don't want to wait in line again. Fair enough. Okay, we'll go buy something to drink and meet you back here. Get me a tea or something. Roger Dodger. We watch Tomo as he gets in line for the crepe stand before heading off ourselves to find drinks. Oh, there's a vending machine over here. Yeah, there sure is. Is that alright? Is that alright? Yep. We get our drinks and find a bench in view of the crepe stand. Tomo is still not here yet. Hey, Sachan? Yes? Are you having fun? Yes, a lot of fun. Are you? Yay, good! You seem like you're mostly gotten comfortable with them. Yes, I have. At first, I wasn't sure what to do or how to act, but I've had a lot of fun just hanging out with you all. You don't have to be so polite around us. You gotta cut loose a little more. I'm trying to be more relaxed, but... Really? Should be more like me, bursting with energy. I'm not sure I can be like you, Akemi-san, senpai. Don't worry. Don't try to turn her into you. Normal people don't burst. Hey, I got your crepes. Before I know it, Tomo is standing in front of us with 2 crepes. Aw, thank you! Here's your change, too, and this one's for you, Sachi. I thought he was joking before, but what he brought back for Sachi could easily feed 2 people. Thank you very much. Don't mention it. Tomo hands Sachi her crepe, but once it's in her hands, all she does is stare at it in awe. She turns toward Akemi and Tomo, suddenly looking very serious. Tomoyori-senpai? Akemi-senpai? Thank you both very much for today. I told you there's no need to be so formal about it, silly. Yeah, especially since Akemi's been going crazy and dragging us all over the place. This doesn't have to be a one-time thing, though, you know? Do you want to hang out again sometime? Yes, thank you. By the way, you should probably eat your crepe. Yeah, you're right. It looks so good. The 2 start eating their crepes. Akemi stuffs hers in her face to the point where her cheeks are puffing out, while Sachi eats hers in tiny little nibbles. Those two could not be more different. How is it? Good? Yeah, delicious. Her smile is sweet as the crepe she's eating, and I'm grateful to Tomo and Akemi for setting this all up. Hey, don't eat so greedily. You're going to push all the filling out of the bottom. And don't talk with your mouth full. Aw, crap, it's C. Kemi's last bite seems to have made the chocolate sauce start oozing out of the crust. I told you, Akemi. Oh no! She gulps down another part of the crepe, but it only pushes more chocolate sauce out onto her hand, which of course begins to drip all over the place. At least she manages to avoid getting it on her clothes. Finally, she swallows. Aw, man. Anyone know where I can wash my hands? Tomo-kun, help me out. Alright. Just keep those hands away from me. I'll be back soon, guys. Okay, bye. Sachi and I watch them as they go find somewhere else to clean up. Their chocolate situation is getting steadily worse. Those 2 sure are lively. Yeah, but Akemi-senpai does make life exciting, right? Yeah, things are rarely boring with her around. Tomori-senpai is a really nice person, even if he says mean things sometimes. That's just how he is. Akemi really got a hold on him. They're a good match for each other. No kidding, they're great though, aren't they? They are. You know, I haven't known them for long, but I can tell you, guys will become close friends in no time. Hey, I've been hearing some rumors about the Sadakawa been doing to you. It doesn't sound good at all. You never told Mayumi-san or anyone else because you didn't want to cause trouble for them, right? Sachi doesn't reply, but she isn't denying it, so I'm pretty sure I hit the nail on the head. Like I said this morning, I think even Mayumi-kun will listen to what you have to say. All of us around you, we're all your allies. So Sachi, if you think you need to, I just never want to see you hurt again. I never asked for help from anyone. I never fought back against Sadakawa. It's like you said before. I don't want to trouble anyone if I can avoid it. I see. But it's not just that. I never stood up for myself because I didn't have the courage to do so. I didn't have the courage to do anything. If I was brave, I might be able to fight back against Sadakawa-san. I might be able to tell her off. Well, sorry, I'm still kind of sick. Well, when push comes to shove, I'll be there for you. You can't be worried about causing other people trouble in times like this, both for your sake and for the sake of those who care for you, and you're stronger than you realize, Sachi. Maybe. Definitely, but it's a decision that you have to make. I understand. The next time Sadakawa-san tries to do something, I'll tell her to stop. Good. And if things get bad, it's okay to ask people around you for help. Okay? Doesn't sound like her heart is in it. You really can't push her. Sorry for bringing that up so suddenly. It's probably not something we should talk about right now. Today's supposed to be a day where we can have fun together and forget our troubles. Hey, if you don't eat your crepe, you're going to end up like a Kemi. All right. With that, she starts to eat the crepe in her hand once more. I hope it can help Sachi take her mind off Sadakawa. It looks good. Are you enjoying it? Yeah, I don't really get to eat this sort of thing at all. It's probably the best thing I've ever tasted. I guess I should have asked Tomo to get me one too. Oh, then do you want a bite? Huh, but... Here. Sachi holds the crepe up to my mouth. I'm all too conscious of the fact that Sachi had her own mouth all over it. Maybe she's trying to pay me back for when I shared my lunch with her that one time. Sachi stares at me expectantly, her hand unmoving. Well, okay. I take a bite of the crepe before me. Is it good? Yeah. I have no idea what's in this thing, but it's incredibly sweet. So sweet. Geez, you two, doing something so sweet like that while we're gone? Startled, I jerk my head around to see Akemi and Tomo have returned. They totally just saw that, didn't they? Suddenly, my face feels like it's on fire, and I look over to see Sachi, with her cheeks have also gone red, but she seems almost happy about it somehow. That's so cute, Tomo. I want us to do that too. We can't. We already devoured your crepe, didn't you? Let's buy another then. I refuse. Suddenly a great boom comes out of nowhere, and all four of us jump in surprise. What the heck was that? I look toward the direction of the sound, but the crowd makes it impossible to locate its source. What indeed? Maybe it's part of one of the performances we saw? Yeah, right. We saw a lot of people doing shows and stuff on our way in. Let's go over there and try to find out. Oh yeah, well then, let's go, Sachi. Are you done with your crepe? Yeah, just one more bite. It seems like the rest of the day is going to be a lot of fun. I'll try to make it as fun for Sachi as I can. I like it when she smiles so much. Loading, loading, loading. Alright, so since that is the final act, we have one more video to do. So guys, I will see you for the final act of Love at First Sight. See you then.